All right, we're live.
We are live. Hi, friends. Thank you for journeying with us through the magical world of technology. Welcome to Between Two Succulents. I'm Megan Graves, your virtual bookseller. I'm very excited to chat with Kondwani Fidel today. Thank you for being here, Kondwani.
Yeah, no problem. Thank y'all for having me.
What a joy. So, if you live in Baltimore, no doubt you've heard of Kondwani. He's a poet, an activist, a musical artist. His work has become synonymous with the city. He's published 2 poetry collections, Hummingbirds in the Trenches and Raw Wounds. And his new book, The Antiracist, comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Club Day tomorrow.
It is imminent. So it is available for pre-order on charmcitybooks.com, and the Chris Wilson Foundation will donate a copy of the book for every copy that is pre-ordered between now and tomorrow. So you have
now between 12 a.m. So it has to be between like now to 11:59. Like
Okay.
This date, the 21st. Yes.
That is good to know. So mere hours left. So
like
what you
right
should
now,
do,
a few hours. Yeah.
right? Open up another tab and order the book.
Right now. Yes.
That's what we're saying. So Kondwani, I like to start all of my conversations by taking a moment to sort of center ourselves. Just figured out how to use both Zoom and Instagram simultaneously.
Mhm.
The lawn of my apartment building is very loudly being mowed, but we're going to have a moment of zen. I'm going to introduce you to 2 plants from my succulent collection, and you're going to tell me which one is speaking to you on an emotional level today.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. First up, this is a prickly pear cactus,
Okay.
which are apparently edible,
Mhm.
and I've been told that they have anti-inflammatory properties, so there are theories that they can help reduce cholesterol and that they can help with a hangover because of the anti-inflammatory properties. So we're liking
How
that.
many of those do you have?
I have a bunch.
Are they better than Advil?
Say again.
Are they better than Advil?
Well, I haven't tried eating them yet, so I'm reliant on the Advil.
Okay.
But I have so many, I should probably just cook some up and try it out.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
Exactly.
Could be pretty bad, but it might be worth it for science. All right, next up, this is a plant called baby's necklace.
Mhm.
And as succulents go, it's known for being very easy to propagate, which means that it regenerates quickly, which I find very admirable. So Kondwani, between those 2, which one is singing the song of your soul today?
I like the hangover and anti-inflammatory one.
Yeah, me too. I need that these days. In 2020, I need all the help I can get. So I've already mentioned your book, The Antiracist, How to Start the Conversation and Take Action, comes out tomorrow. And you talk a lot about a concept of sort of openness when talking about race. And I'm specifically wondering if you can share your thoughts on how parents and educators can do that specifically with young people and children.
So my thing is like, first of all, I feel like we have to be honest with everybody. And I feel like that honesty starts out as, with the children, because we teach children, black children, white children, whatever, we teach them in a way that trains them to live in this fantasy world, which is, it's not ideal. Like as black people in America, we are not taught how to deal with life, how we must face it, but some fantasy world. Like we are taught that is like racism isn't a thing. We are taught that mass incarceration isn't a thing. We are taught in all of these fantasy worlds, but it's like, no, we need to tell kids like, hey, your name is Shaquante, and you might not get a call back, from that job that you interviewed for because you have a black name. You know what I'm saying? We need to tell people, because the way your hair is and the way that it, points up towards the sun, that you might get pulled over if you're driving in the wrong neighborhood, in the right neighborhood. Don't matter if the police feel like fucking with you, they will. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't have those conversations with people. And then you have people who get straight A's, they do everything by the book, and then they get pulled over by the police and get their teeth kicked in. When they answer, they say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, sir. And they like, yo, I did everything right. And it's like, why is that? And it's because it's the color of your skin. So I feel like we got to be honest about, where we are, where we come from, and you know where the future is heading. And because people always say, I don't think kids ready for that, but I'm like, they dealing with it, so of course they are ready. So it's like, as Black people, we need to get taught the honesty about our ancestors, and white people need to be taught honesty about their ancestors as well. It was a lot of brutal, violent shit that was going on, but we're not taught that. Everybody needs to be taught that. And even if I'm talking about, you know, strictly from the literary aspect of it, why is it in my entire pre-K, you know, my whole grade school, pre-K through 12, why is it always this the best film, this the best book, this the best art? But it's always written by white people for white people. So now I'm growing up in a world thinking that there's no such thing as beautiful Black art. There's no such thing as genius Black art. And then on the flip side of that, you got these white people, these young white boys and white girls who growing up in this souped up world thinking that the world revolves around them, because they always at the center. They're always used to being the center of the protagonist, the antagonist, the writer, the director, the graphic designer, everybody. So now you got these people who don't know how to operate and, you know, build a relationship with anybody who's outside of the European descent. So at the end of the day, it fucks up everybody. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel like we just need to be honest. This is where we came from. This is where we are. How do we make it better? Hiding shit from people is what makes it worse.
Right. And I think something I observe too is when you hide something from children, they know.
Or they find out, or they find out the hard way. They find out the hard way.
Transparency, honesty. Thank you for sharing that. I want to ask you some quick questions and get your feedback in sort of a speedy lightning round. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. If you answer them correctly in the time allotted, one person on our Instagram feed is going to win a Charm City Books magnet. So pay attention, everybody.
All right.
Kondwani's got it. All right. Kondwani, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Question 1. You're an amazing narrator. You saw this in the Visit Baltimore spot you did for the Super Bowl. I want to know, if you could narrate any story or film, what would it be?
Like a film that's already been produced or something new?
Whatever exists in your mind. It can exist already. It can be in your imagination. Sky's the limit.
It's a play written by August Wilson, but it was a movie turned in, you know, with Viola Davis and Denzel. Yeah, I would love to narrate that joint. Or set it off. I would let her narrate that too.
Yes. I'd love to see that too. Okay. All right. We're staying focused. Question 2. What's next on your to-read list?
I Got a Monster by Baynard Woods and
I'm blanking too. We had him on the show.
Man,
Brandon.
I'm crazy. Brandon
Soderberg.
Brandon Soderberg. I'm goofy as hell. Don't let him know that I didn't know his name for like 20 seconds.
We'll edit that out in post.
Man, Brandon and Baynard are two of the best journalists that we have living on the Western Hemisphere, and I'm dying on that hill. Yeah, that's on my reading list next.
Awesome. And I know that is available on charmcitybooks.com. There might even be some signed copies. So folks, you order Kondwani's book, order I Got a Monster as well. Okay. Question 3, last but not least. What is your favorite spot in Baltimore for primo takeout?
Oh, if I can pick a favorite spot in Baltimore, it's going to be Bar Clavel. They got the best Mexican food in Maryland. They got the best cocktails in Maryland, in the city, probably on the East Coast. They are authentic. They got a solid team. Like, the aesthetic in the restaurant is like, that's my favorite place. And mind you, so it was my favorite place, but then I went to Mexico, and then after I left Mexico, it was even more my favorite place because of how authentic they were. Bar Clavel, go there.
That's a good sign. All right, that's 3 for 3. Well done, Kondwani. Something has gone wrong with my Instagram feed, so Joe is going to announce a winner later. That person can pick up, let me see, I might have to re-add you. Oh dear. So Joe's going to make an announcement on Instagram. I apologize, folks. I'm a millennial, but I act like a boomer.
We're in a new age where this stuff happens. It's like everybody is new to this virtual wave, so nobody's at fault.
Thanks, Kondwani. I appreciate that. So if you win the magnet, you can pick it up at the store any weekday between 11:30 and 6. You can add it to your next order. If we make the announcement soon, go ahead and order the Antiracist before 11:59 tonight.
11:59.
11:59 is the cutoff. Put a note at checkout saying you're the magnet winner. Joe will stick it in the package, 2 for the price of 1. So Kondwani, tomorrow's the big day. What are your plans? How are you celebrating?
Honestly, I'ma just chill. I'm gonna go to my favorite. I'm gonna go to Clavel. I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna drink a little bit. I'm gonna go see my father. You know, my father just came home from doing 11 years in prison. He came home September 3rd, so I'm gonna go hang out with him for a little. But I'm gonna go probably eat first, and I'm gonna go hang out with him and just probably spend a day with him, man. Because I'm a junior, so I'm Kondwani Fidel Russell Jr. He's singing, just to him to see his name on billboards and him to see his name on books and him to see his name in newspapers. I'm pretty sure that's like a euphoric moment for him. And all those years that he did, he has something to look forward to and something to come home to and just something to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of, made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I got a son who channeling my name, channeling his son, my little brother name. And, it's just something to look forward to. So I'm going to definitely go celebrate with him tomorrow. And just live in the moment, just be excited, you know what I'm saying, and just live, yo. Like I'm excited. This is my first book deal. This is my debut. I just want to just hang out with the people that I love and just enjoy this shit, man. I literally haven't been this happy in a long time, but these past couple of days I just been happy as shit. So I'm happy. I'm here. Yeah.
We're happy to hear that. That's fantastic. Living in the moment, celebrating with family. I don't know. I don't think it gets better than that.
It don't. It do not. It don't at all. At all. There's nothing that can match it.
Kondwani, speaking of living in the moment with the people you love, are there any organizations, charities, nonprofits that are spreading joy, aid, assistance, what have you, that you want to take a moment to shout out?
I would say it's crazy because I work with a lot of organizations. I don't work with a lot of nonprofits. But if I can just speak about one, Brittany Young, she has the organization B360, and it's around STEM, and it's around dirt bike riding. So what she does is she get young kids off the streets, and she get them to understand that, hey, what y'all doing with dirt bikes, y'all are really engineers, and she get them jobs. So, you know what I'm saying? She get them to understand the genius, talent, and the abilities that they have when it comes to mechanic work and getting them jobs in the STEM field. And she's also working, in a political world, decriminalizing these charges that kids get, opposed to jail time. If you get caught with a dirt bike, you'll get a fine, or even decriminalizing it, like less than that. And Erica Bridgefoot, she has the organization Baltimore 365, the Ceasefire organization. And where we live in a city that has a lot of murders, a lot of homicides a year. And because of systemic oppression, there's not like a one size fit all idea or formula to fix what's going on. But she say, hey, how do I get people to mourn and deal with these murders differently? And I feel like that's revolutionary. I never seen nothing like it. So Erica Bridgefoot is somebody that we need to support, give money to, donate, mentally support, whatever we need to do. But they two black women, one young, one older, and we need to support them the best way that we know how. We need to give them everything that we got, because they doing shit the soldiers ain't gonna do, the preachers ain't gonna do, the politicians ain't gonna do. They out here in the streets doing something that I've never seen before, and it actually works. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first heard about Brittany and I first heard about Erica, it was kind of like just all over the place, the way that it was told to me. But once I started talking with them and building with them and understanding what they're doing, actually going to their events and supporting them in a real way and understanding what they're doing, I was like, no, that's revolutionary on a whole different level. And they inspire me. I work with them. I'm actually working with the Charmery right now. the ice cream, shop, and I'm about to come out with an ice cream called Kondwani's Mud, and all the proceeds that I get is gonna go to Brittany Young organization, and later down the line, I'm gonna find some way to support Arca and all the other people. Man, we gotta work together.
Agreed. That's wonderful. We will link to both of those organizations. Also, we can't wait to repost about your signature ice cream. That sounds like a dream come true on many levels. Kondwani, thank you so much for being here with me today. Just a reminder, everybody, The Antiracist drops tomorrow. Order it before 11:59 p.m. tonight on charmcitybooks.com, and one copy will be donated to match the copy you buy.
Yes, sir.
Kondwani, thank you again. Best of luck. We're so happy for you.
Thank y'all for having me.
All right, folks, that does it for another episode of Between Two Succulents. I'm Megan Graves. Here's what we got to do for the next week. We got to stay hydrated, get your flu shot, and get ready. If you have not requested your absentee ballot, you can still do it. They are being mailed out at the end of this week. We got this. We love you all. Stay safe. Bye.
Peace. Bye.